All right. Terence Crawford goes on to say, I approve more than Errol Spence has accomplished. He goes on to talk about in this article about his track record and how people try to criticize him about what he has done, but he has truthfully accomplished more than anything that Errol Spence has done. He also goes on to say that Errol Spence has not fought a top contender. He said if you put the people that Errol Spence beat in with the people that he'll beat, they'll beat Errol Spence opponents. You know what I'm saying? So basically the people that he beat will beat all the people that Errol Spence beat. And he also goes on to say how fighting somebody that Errol Spence beat only downgrades him, and it does not prove anything. I just wanted to chime in right quick about what Terence Crawford said. And I want to say that even though what Terence Crawford said is true, we're starting to have a problem here. Because if you're saying that beating the people that he already beat up only downgrades you and it doesn't prove anything, true, it does not prove anything. But your skill set, the fact that you being a badass, pound for pound number one, that's not in the question. The only thing people try to do to keep you pushed back and to keep you stagnated is you don't have any names on your resume. We already know it don't prove anything, but they keep on with this he ain't got no names. So to eliminate these fools from talking, you need to go ahead and fight somebody that Errol Spence has already fought and forget about the what it doesn't prove. We know it doesn't prove anything, but they're still complaining about names, so let's give them a name, okay? Another problem that we're having is you say that the fight is a money thing, and you also say fighting people that Errol Spence has fought does not prove anything, okay? So you're not interested in fighting anybody he has fought. This is the problem. You also just got done saying that you don't want to fight him next. You want him to take a tune-up fight, okay? Now, even though everything you're saying is correct, even though I understand and you want to get the full credit for beating Errol Spence, that's not for public consumption. As far as the public goes, you will take the next thing smoking if it comes to a fight with Errol Spence. There is no delay. There is no, you need to go take a tune-up. No, I'll take him right now. Injured, not injured, 100%, not 100%. You know what I'm saying? However I can get him, that's how I want him. That's how you should be saying. Now, behind closed doors, what you said makes sense, but that's not what the public want to hear, and they're going to eat you up at every corner. And this is why you keep getting your tail chewed off, is because you're not operating outside the fact that you got to think you have to feed these fans like the casual beasts they are. Don't expect them to understand a lot. Don't expect them to be understanding. Don't expect them to understand the perspective of a fighter. Don't expect them to understand that you care about how you win a fight and your credit and your honor. Don't expect them. Treat them at a surface level, okay? Just like they understand things at a surface level, because all they hear is you don't want to fight anybody that Errol Spence fought, and you don't want to fight Errol Spence next. You want them to get a tune-up. That's all they need to run with the narratives that they need. Now, even though somebody like me and the rest of us, we all know that that's not true. We all know that it's a narrative that they push it, but you give them the leeway and the rope to hang you with. So justifiably, I can't go behind them and say, you this, that. You gave them all the rope that they needed to hang you with it. And I can't say that they won't have a point, even though we know you saying you don't want to fight Errol Spence until he gets a tune-up is legit, because you want to make sure you're beating him 100%. We know that. Casual fans don't care about that. We know fighting a old Errol Spence opponent doesn't prove anything. We know that. Casual fans don't know that, and they also don't care, because the only thing they care about holding you up is a name. So just acquire a name. Instead of fighting tough fights like Cain Velasquez, and a lot of people talk shit, but that's what I told you. That's the difference between people who really watch boxing. And people gonna chew me out about it, but if you want to challenge me on, I could do a video later. Cain Velasquez would have beat Errol Spence. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody talk about, oh, he was dropped by a nobody and he wasn't nobody. Y'all better take a better look at Cain Velasquez. Y'all better take a better look at who he fought. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do a film fight study on it because I don't think people really understood what went on in that fight and how tough and how good of an opponent that actually was. But I'm going to digress on that. But if you're going to fight tough opponents like that with no names, you might as well fight somebody that you're not going to get no credit for, you know what I'm saying, and gain a name in the process, instead of fighting a tough opponent, you know what I'm saying, and get no credit for it. You just fought a tough opponent, but they thought this dude was a s'more, you know what I'm saying, a softie, a nobody, you know what I'm saying, a Chipotle worker or something like that. So you might as well fight the dude with the name. And the other problem is you keep having these things. You also have the Sean Porter thing. Even Sean Porter is leaning towards fighting you now more than what you're talking about fighting him. So let's just be real, Crawford. This is what you're working with. Somebody got you saying that you don't want to fight nobody that Errol Spence has fought. Somebody got you saying that you don't want to fight Sean Porter. And now they got you saying you don't want to fight Errol Spence unless he gets a tune-up. You can't do all that, Crawford. It looked wrong. You know what I'm saying? It looked wrong. Bob Arum don't got what it takes to feed you. So you need to be eating at any corner that you can. But saying all three of those things simultaneously, it don't sound or look right, Crawford. We all know you the truth. You know what I'm saying? We all know that you pound for pound number one. We all know that you the most skilled and one of the most feared fighters in boxing. It don't matter unless you trying to put some bodies on your resume. I can't defend nothing. You know what I'm saying? I can't defend that. So if people want to run with, oh, he doing this, oh, now he's ducking the Spence fight, oh, now we know it's bullshit, but you gave him the rope to do it. Anyways, that's just my thoughts on it. Leave thoughts in the comment section. Bruce Van, I'm out.